Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's actually very nearly lunchtime. Today has been a bit crazy. So I've got Beth and Finn during the day. I've got the older ones before and after school. Last night at the press conference, the Prime Minister said about social distancing, so all theatres are closed, telling us not to go to bars, pubs, restaurants, clubs, big events, all big events are being closed. It was a bit of a doomsday speech, I have to say, about how bad it's going to get. So, of course, I'm thinking, I've just come back from a weekend away. We are short on food and I have to go and do a food shop. And he's now saying we shouldn't go places. Well, Beth and Finn's dad was like, just go and do your food shopping, go and do what you need to do. It's fine, just take them and go and do it. So I've gone to Asda and the car park was full. The shop was full. The staff are desperately filling up shelves. I couldn't get any click and collect. I couldn't get any online orders. I've managed to book in for April the 4th with Tesco's. And I've put an order in because I don't know where I'm going to be at that point or where the world's going to be at that point. And I'm not a drama person, but we've not seen measures like this being put into place for, well, probably since, I don't know, wartime is the only thing I can think of that comes anywhere close. So I have stocked up on some tins. I didn't hoard, I didn't go crazy, but I've done about 2 weeks shopping in one go. So now I need to find somewhere to store it. So I'm going to take all the art stuff out and stack it in the corner in the playroom and use that for storage of tins and stuff. And I've stocked up on meat, so I've got lots of chicken that I'm just going to put into, separate the packs and put them in the freezer. So we've got stuff, and I've bought a bag of potatoes, so I'll put that in a nice dark spot. Yeah, so in a bit you'll see this completely changed into my pantry. Washing liquid, big bag of tea bags, plenty of tins, some tinned meat, some tinned meals, tinned veg, sauces and things to go with the meat that's in the freezer. Toilet roll, there's not a lot of toilet roll there, but that's enough for now. Washing up liquid, tissues, toothpaste, cereal bars and things for lunch boxes, a little bit of rice. That's the only pack of rice I could find. That was in the village shop. So, pretty stocked up with things. I've got some hooks. Oh, that one slid. I've got some hooks that I'm attaching to the walls so I can hang some bits as well, like the bags, the big tea bags and stuff. But yes, should one of us fall ill and be made to stay in for 14, well, then we'd all have to be in for 14 days. There should be stuff here, apart from the toilet roll, but there should be enough stuff to keep us going so we won't starve. Just hung the hats up neatly as well because they've been kicking around. That's not good for them. Then, my whole house is a mess right now. This is our standard just food cupboard with our standard bits in. That should be on that shelf. Yeah, with just our standard bits. And we don't have a huge freezer, which is why I've gone for tins, because we just don't have a huge freezer. And I'm not going to go crazy. I mean, people were just going crazy. But I just want to make sure we've got enough to feed the family. You know, if we have to be in for 14 days, we've got stuff. I'm not going to panic too much. And things like toilet roll, because now it's getting to a point where you can't even buy toilet rolls because it's all vanished. Well, I think this might be the turning point. It is Wednesday morning and I've now got 2 families in self-isolation. One, because Daddy's showing cough symptoms, which means the whole family have to self-isolate for 14 days. Starting this morning, and had a family message yesterday because the foster parent is over 70, so in a high risk age bracket. So the child's been pulled out of school and they're in self-isolation. And so it begins. So I haven't actually been shut down, but yeah, this isn't good, is it? This is where it starts. So we just have to see what happens. We do have to see what happens. I think I'm just going to do check-ins this week of important virus-related happenings that I will probably put up at the end of the week when my holiday videos have been all posted up, rather than, because I've not been doing daily vlogs whilst I've been putting the Yorkshire videos up. But I'll just add snippets together of the days of little bits that I have filmed, and it probably will be a virus related video. The zombie apocalypse is upon us. I've always said, plan for the zombie apocalypse, like it's going to happen. Yeah. So, yeah. Interesting. I'll tell you all now, because to be honest, it really doesn't make a difference whether it's published or not. But my Ofsted grade was an outstanding. Apparently really hard to get now, but got an outstanding. The irony of that is I am now being closed down as of tomorrow. Just like that. Yep, so suddenly the outstanding grade is not so outstanding because, and I totally understand it, the government have closed down schools, nurseries, and in England, not in Wales or Ireland, but in England, they've also closed down childminders. So tomorrow is our last working day. Well, it's my last working day. Friday is the last working day for most people. My boys' school was supposed to be, well, is closed from Friday, but they haven't got the staff, so they're closing down from tomorrow. It's uncertain whether or not Brendan will be schooled. There are certain categories, and because of his education and healthcare plan, because of his autism, he potentially could continue to go to school for his A-levels, although there's no exams going to be taken. They've been cancelled as well. Kenzie, although is on the autistic spectrum, has never been given an EHCP, but thankfully he's not doing exams, so he's got another couple of years. And it looks like things are due to stay this way until after the summer holidays in September. And we're only in March. So, with that being said, I've got less than a month's buffer of childcare kind of money, but I can't childmind anymore. That's it. So I am thinking outside the box. For as long as it's going to allow me to do it, I've offered a nannying service to my families. A couple of them have offered their homes, and they're going to do a nanny share for those that can afford the care, because obviously their works are all closing down. Half of them who are self-employed have lost their business or their jobs that are, you know, been coming in. A whole bunch of other people have are now working from home. So yeah, those that still need it, I will be trying to do a bit of a nanny share for them. I've also done a local shout out in the village and said basically, although my families get first refusal each week on the spaces, if you need a babysitter, you know, even if they work nights and they need an overnight care, whatever, then, you know, message me because I might be able to help. And we'll see how that works. And if that ad hoc situation doesn't pan out, then I will have to go and get myself a nanny job. And that will be that. So I'm tagging this with some stuff I took earlier on in the week. But as it stands, my business is done. Is for the foreseeable future, my business is done. And there's nothing I can do about it. And I appreciate the situation. I appreciate it's for the good of everybody. And there are, you know, there are people out there that are being affected by it every day with their jobs, their work, everything. Just reminds me why we don't live beyond our means, and why we don't have debt, and why we're, not living in a big house, because we would just be even more stuffed. Right, sorry it's such a negative post, but at the moment that's how it stands, and I just thought I would share it with you all. Yes, share it with you all. Right, I'm gonna go make a cup of tea. I didn't even have any chocolate to fix things. Chocolate fixes everything. Right, good night you lovely lot. Thank you for watching.